Let's go back to Egypt in 2014. The government started implementing a bold and transformational homegrown reform program aimed at spurring the economy, enhancing the country's business environment, and staging a balanced and inclusive growth. The challenges faced were enormous, with foreign investment down, large fiscal and external imbalances, and the lack of foreign exchange, which was reflected in the high budget deficit of 14%. A clear strategy and a coherent vision were needed to address these chronic problems. The energy sector was one of the strategic sectors that needed an immediate solution. With power outages reaching 6 hours a day in 2014, energy subsidies reached 6.6% of GDP, which was more than the cumulative budget spending on education, social protection, and health combined. Coupled with a rigid bureaucracy and lack of clarity, this negatively impacted the business environment, making the sector uncompetitive and unattractive for investment. The government of Egypt decided to implement a courageous and ambitious reform program, supported by the World Bank Group with a $3.15 billion programmatic support through development policy financing, including a $150 million guarantee from the United Kingdom. These reform efforts address the major rigidities that plague the economy and aim to strengthen the private sector, create jobs, and promote citizen participation in decision-making. Energy subsidy reforms led to a marked reduction in subsidies from 6.6% of GDP in FY 2013-14 to a projected 3.2% of GDP in FY 2017-18. By deploying a fast-track rehabilitation and construction program, the power deficit of 5,540 megawatts in FY 2014-15 was eliminated by FY 2016-17. And by FY 2018-19, the government of Egypt will provide a web portal for the gas sector, outlining its rules and regulations. As a means of greater public awareness, the government of Egypt published a citizen budget to inform the public and will conduct public hearings to ensure greater citizen participation. The government of Egypt, with support from the World Bank Group, increased GAFI, Investor Service Centers, from 0 in FY 2014-15 to 4 in FY 2017-18. With support from the World Bank Group, the government of Egypt also reduced the total time to complete licensing requirements from 634 days in FY 2014-15 to 160 days in FY 2017-18, and decreased the days to issue an industrial license by notification for low-risk industries to a maximum of 7 days in FY 2017-18. Private sector confidence in the renewable energy sector witnessed remarkable growth, increasing investments from the private sector from 0 to 1,500 megawatts in FY 2017-18. An example of this confidence is the world's largest solar plant in the underdeveloped region of Benben in Aswan, which was financed through $2 billion of private sector investment, including the largest ever programmatic funding in Egypt from the International Finance Corporation and political risk insurance from the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. The plant is expected to generate 5,000 jobs in Aswan, a region in need of development, employment, and energy. While attracting private sector investments, the government is mindful of the need to protect the poor and marginalized sectors of the community. The total energy subsidy savings of $14 billion are being used for fiscal savings and financing the Takaful and Karama food subsidy and social pensions programs. As such, the social protection budget was doubled in FY 2017-18 for the poorest 20% of the population. Transformational change led by the government of Egypt and supported by the World Bank Group.